Hi, greetings, Richard Nikoley here, Free the Animal blog. This is a video I'm doing primarily to post original to Twitter. Normally, I'll put it on YouTube as well, but normally I put them on YouTube. But this one's going to be primarily for Twitter, and that is because I'm going back to my old account, R. Nikoley, first initial, last name. Long story to tell the story. So, over 2 years ago, February 9th, actually 2 years and 3 months ago, February 9th, I had an altercation with a friend and somebody follow each other. It got into some words, and long story short, I ended up being permabanned like that. Boom. I appealed it a couple times and got no, it gives our team will review it, and 5 minutes later, our team reviewed it. Yeah, right. Liars. So I just left it at that, and then what was it, since last September, when there was rumblings about Elon Musk buying Twitter. Well, maybe dive into that again. So I started a different account. It's called Black Flag Expat. I'm an expat. I live in Thailand. I have for over 3 years now. I came right before the pandemic, so I lived out the pandemic here in this country. Have had a pretty good time doing what I call geoarbitrage, which I write quite a bit about on the blog. So once Elon came, I started that account, and once Elon took control over it, I waited a little while, maybe a month or so, and I applied to get my old account reinstated. Explaining, I said, it shouldn't have happened. It was dumb, but guys do this kind of thing from time to time, and it's kind of a ridiculous thing to ban somebody over. Really, it didn't threaten anybody else or anything. So it went through, and I got reinstated on February 8th, which was 1 day short of 2 years exactly, where the account was just dead. And it's not insignificant, because I have like 5,300 followers. I think it was like 5,500 at the time. And my first thought was, I've been busting my ass on this new account since September, and so that's kind of my trajectory. And I built it to maybe 500 followers in that time, and so I thought, well, I'll just see if I can get all the people from my old account to come over to the new account. Nah, not really. And I don't know whether it's just because of a throttled algorithm, because I have this having been banned on my account or something. It's funny, if I tweet to it, I don't get, with 5,500 followers, I don't get anywhere near the engagement that I do tweeting to 400 on my new account. But at any rate, it's been 3 months now, and I haven't really gotten that. So I thought, well, what do I do here? And so I figured, well, I'm just going to go and I'm going to see what I can make of this old account. And so I initiated the Twitter blue thing, blue check mark. And so far that's gone through. They hit my credit card, and I've got all the features. I don't have the blue check mark yet. So I don't know, maybe they'll pull it back or something. We'll see. So that's the story there, and I'm going to start being active on my old R. Nikoley account, and see what comes of it. The other part of the story is, like I said, I've lived here in Thailand for 3 years, and I came here mid-January of 2020, just in time for COVID. And so I've been here ever since. Lived a number of places, Chiang Mai, out in the Isan provinces, built a house. Then I lived for a while here. I live now in the Pratamnak Hill area of Jomtien Beach, which is south of Bangkok, about 2 hours on the beach, and in the Pattaya area. I lived here previously for about 3 months out in Isan, and then I moved to Phuket, and I lived in the south of Phuket, southern tip of Phuket, a place called Rawai. It's a almost totally expat community. I lived there for 2 years and about 2 months, almost 2 months, and kind of got old on me. And and the weather too is it's 7 degrees north of the equator, and it's just the damn rain is unpredictable. And plus, this last year was the worst rainy season in 50 years, according to the old timers and some of the official statistics, I guess. But the weather is much nicer here, though hotter. But the heat doesn't bother me anymore. I'm very well acclimated. And I like the country, and like I said, geoarbitrage. If you want to check that out, it's on the blog. So what else about the blog? So the ban was in February of 2021, early February, and in April, partly because of COVID going on so long and loss of revenue for some of the other side gigs I have, like vacation rentals and stuff. Vacation rentals are a great business, but not during a lockdown like that. So I turned the blog into a members site, and that's gone very well. And I redesigned it and so on. And I do quite a bit of videos on the YouTube channel. That's all, you can all find that all out at Free the Animal. I'm not going to put a link. Twitter doesn't really like links and tweets because it pulls people away. So if you're interested, you go. Find it out yourself. It's in the URL is on my profile page. That's allowed as a link, I guess. So, links are allowed, but it doesn't help your engagement of your tweets. So, and the other thing is, the other big news, I'm very, very deep into the AI, have been for some months, and kind of really on the bleeding edge. I've actually got a chat bot on the blog where you can, it's GPT-4, so the newest one. I've got the plug-in key and all that, so I have the whole thing there, so you can chat and ask questions about the blog. And then because it has the whole blog, 5 million words of it, 5,000 some posts over 20 years, and 5 million was all in what's called a vector database. So the AI has access to that. So it's pretty good at finding stuff in the blog and discussing it. It's very conversational. That's public access, incidentally, so you can try it out. It's right on the home page. And then for members, I have that's actually GPT 3.5 Turbo. It's still very good. And then for members, I have GPT-4, and I have it both in two-way voice, so you can actually talk to it, and it talks back to you, or you can talk or text to it, and just have it text to you, because sometimes if you get something long, or you're doing something, people do like big, long things, like business plans, and all sorts of stuff using that. And so that's a member benefit, I guess that's it. You're just going to be hearing more. I'm still cooking, for those who, follow Free the Animal. Let's see, what do I got cooking? I've got cooking. I cook a lot. Pork is wonderful here, and we're talking awesome pork for about $2 a pound. And Chicken's even less than that. The chicken's pretty good here too. The pork is so good that I get pork fillets, and they look like beef fillets, and they're luscious and juicy. Why spend $20 a pound when you can get $2 a pound? Remember geoarbitrage. And so and beef is not really a big thing here in Thailand. So there's that. I do food pics a lot. And there is, I've got a book going. So a lot of you on Twitter read my original paleo book, like 13 years ago. Thank you if you did. And it's time to write another one. The title of it is Monks Never Get Invited to Dinner. Maybe you can figure out what the theme of that is. The subtitle is ridiculous. I don't even know if it's going to stick, but it's just a ridiculous subtitle. That's on the blog too, information about that. Should come out this year. I do videos. I do walking videos too, like I walk along the beach, or I do long walks, sometimes like 10-kilometer walks and stuff. I do snorkeling videos, like I have this, well, when in Phuket I had this deal where I'd snorkel for 2 kilometers, get out, barefoot walk back, that sort of thing. I'm pretty active, right? And 62 years old now. And but I'm back on Twitter, and it's been a while. And one other thing, 2 days ago, the 7th of, today is the 9th of May, and 2 days ago on the 7th of May was not month number 9 of Without a Drop of Alcohol. And a lot of you know that I was a pretty decent in terms of the boozing and blogging, right? And that's all gone, and pointed no return a long time ago. But the funny thing is that it was easy, and there's a very specific reason for why it's easy, why it was easy. That's on the blog too. So if anyone interested in that, or you have friends or family that could think of it as a different approach, not like the conventional whatsoever. I mean, you know me, I'm not conventional. So let's see. That's just about it. That's just a quick update done for. I'm sitting here I'm right over the pool at my place here. The rent on this place, it's about, was it 50 square meters about, and it's the rent's $200 a month. Geoarbitrage. A place like this in any city in America would cost, and especially I'm 200 meters from the beach, cost several thousand a month. So $200 a month. The place I was at in Phuket was $100 a month, about the same size. Right? So there you go. And engage with me in terms of who I follow. I follow typically, because with so many followers, I can't follow everybody. So there's some that I engage with a lot. I follow those, and people I know in real life, person to person, follow those. Otherwise, the best engagement is drop a comment. I really am big about engaging people in comments, both on the blog and in social media. I don't do fucking Facebook anymore. So Twitter is just about it. I've got it all invested in Twitter in terms of my time, and I really like what Elon has done for it. I know some don't care. I think it's good. I think it's going to be better. Right. So, I mean, guy builds and produces electric cars to drive themselves, and rocket ships to land themselves, internet from space, all this other stuff. So, thumb up, 2 thumbs up. Okay. All right, that's it. Bye.